relay is just a part of me. The fundraising with relays goes to services. It goes to research, of course. The biggest portion probably goes to research, but then it goes to services that the American Cancer Society programs that they have, such as Road to Recovery, Look Good, Feel Better.
I would just like to apologize quick for starting a little bit late. We had Carol Evan come unexpectedly to do a story about our Hope Field down there at the end of the track, which will be airing at 10 o'clock tonight. So make sure you have your family and friends watch the news, because you guys, I'm sure, will all be here watching, right?
Yeah, and hopefully we'll get it on the TV in the other room. So, okay, we're going to start. Welcome to the 21st Annual Relay for Life. This year we have lots of fun in store for everyone, and it should be a very memorable night as we do our part to fight against cancer. Before I go any further, I would like everybody to stand for our national anthem, and please remove your hats. Our national anthem is being led by 6-year-old Bear Atkinson, whose mom is a Stillwater graduate and a cancer survivor. Bear?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we march, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bunkers keen in air, gave proof through the night that the flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land and of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. Great job. That was awesome. Michelle? Oh, okay. For the next 18 hours, the Stillwater community and surrounding areas will be joining together to take up the fight against cancer. This event would not be possible without the dedicated volunteers who pull this event together, and for all of you out there who are working very hard to raise money, and we'll be celebrating that throughout the night. This event would also not be possible without the help of local sponsors who contribute in a huge way to the success of the Relay for Life of Stillwater. If you are here, please stand when I recognize and be recognized when I read your name. Please hold your applause until the end. Francie and Kathleen B. Anderson Foundation, Super America, Margaret Rivers Fund, Bradshaw Funeral and Cremation Services, the Overend Foundation, Garden Gate at Crabtrees, Lakeview Hospital, Stillwater Knights of Columbus, Kowalski's, Meister's Gaming Charitable Fund, I think that's supposed to be Meister Family typo, River Valley Athletic Club, Acapulco Restaurant, Stillwater Motors, and Public Storage. Let's give them all a big round of applause. This year we have 37 registered teams, and we are really excited that 13 of those teams are new this year. On these teams, we have over 350 registered participants that have raised over $120,000 to this point, and more coming in all night long. Today, we are all here for the same cause, and that is to fight cancer. This year, our fight is led by Alex Eater. Let's give him a round of applause as he gives us his opening word.
Alright, does anybody know the theme of this ceremony? This theme is celebrate. So I think it's time to celebrate. So let's make some noise. I think you guys can do better. Let's try to get this whole town to hear us. On the count of 3, I want you guys to scream and clap as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3. That's more like it. Alright. There are so many thank yous that need to be said. 18 hours just isn't enough. So I want to give a round of applause to everyone here today, because you guys are all amazing at what you're doing, and this event couldn't happen without each and every person here. So give yourselves a round of applause. By being here today, you're all part of an enormous movement to fight back against cancer and tackle obstacles that come with cancer's diagnosis. You're actively making a difference in somebody's life by walking, celebrating, and by raising funds. I want to take some time to recognize and applaud those around us who remind us why we are here today realizing. Will all the people wearing white relay shirts please stand? Wardrobe changed. These people are our Hope Club members. They have raised $100 or more for the American Cancer Society. The funds raised support patient services and programs and research for the American Cancer Society. By raising $100, they have showed their commitment to the Relay for Life, to survivors, and to caregivers. Their funds may also help prevent someone from ever hearing the words, "You have cancer." Please give them a round of applause for their dedication. You may be seated. With all the people wearing blue relay shirts, please stand up, or if you're a team captain. These are our team captains. These people are the reason that most of us are here today. It's gonna get hot here soon. Our team captains are the people that attend meetings and relay that information and supplies to their team members. They're the ones that plan and organize fundraisers and lead their team to be successful in reaching their fundraising goals and make sure that everyone is having an enjoyable experience at Relay. Please give them a round of applause for all their hard work. You may be seated. Now, will all the people wearing green relay shirts please stand up, if able? Last one. It's getting warm. Well, all right. These people are our Relay for Life of Stillwater event leadership team members. The leadership team has met on many occasions to plan this year's event and encourage people to participate. Please give them a round of applause for their commitment. Now I'm happy to announce these next people because I don't have to put on other shirts, I'm pretty warm. So will all the people in purple relay shirts please stand if able? Or wave. Let's keep that applause going because these people are the reason that we're here today. A survivor is anyone who has heard the words, "You have cancer." We are here today to honor them and celebrate their lives. If you cross paths with a survivor today, say hello and exchange stories. And if you have cancer, but choose not to wear a purple shirt, just know we are here for you too. Please give them a round of applause for their perseverance. Now, the next people don't have a shirt, but I think they're one of the most important people here. So I'm going to have all the caregivers stand up, if able. And if you do not know what a caregiver is, when I'm reading, if you feel it means something to you and you are a caregiver, please also stand. Caregivers are resilient and take time out of their life to support someone with cancer. A caregiver can be someone who offers warm, encouraging words to someone or who helps with medical care. These are the people that help get survivors through their treatment. Please give them a round of applause for being so compassionate and so amazing. "2015 marks a special year for all of us. The American Cancer Society's signature event, Relay for Life, is turning 30 years old. I think that's pretty incredible. And because this year is so special, we want to make sure that this event is one of our best yet. If you have not heard, this year we have built our very own Hope Field. Hope Field will be used to play life-size human foosball. And you're all going down because my team's going to win, so just letting you know. I think there's still some time to register, right, Tim? Yep. Starting at about 7 o'clock. And we already had Care 11 here to do a little story, so that'll be on at 10 o'clock. We're going to try to get that story on in our survivor tent tonight. So if you're not doing anything a little after that, we'll see some reruns after our Luminaria ceremony. We also have a meditation labyrinth to your right, if you have not seen. A labyrinth is not a maze. You can't get lost. It's a single path that meanders to a center point and back out. It is calming and meditative. American Cancer Society lists labyrinth walking as a complementary to medical treatment. We want to thank Lisa for sharing her skills with us at our event. And can we also get a huge round of applause for Tim and all the people who helped create Hope Field. These are just two of the fun activities that we have planned for our event. Make sure that you check out your program to make sure that you don't miss anything. And to make sure that you don't miss anything, this year we offer a text alert service. So in the back of your program, there is a number that you are to text a number to, which is complicated, but text that and it'll let you know about 10 minutes before each event so that you'll have time to go and participate. And these are just two of the fun activities planned. Relay for Life was started in 1985 by one man. 1985. I wasn't even born for 12 years after that, but still cool. A man named Dr. Gordy Klatt spent a grueling 24 hours circling around the track at Barker Stadium at the University of Puget Sound in Tacoma. Friends, family, and patients watched and supported him as he ran and walked more than 83.6 miles and raised $27,000 through pledges for the fight against cancer. As he circled the track, he thought of how he could get others to take part. He envisioned having teams to participate in a 24-hour event to raise money to fight cancer. The next year, 19 teams were part of the first organized relay event at Historical Stadium Bowl and raised $33,000.
Gordy's vision has grown into a nationwide event, raising nearly $5 billion in fundraising to save lives from cancer. This year, Relay for Life will be held in 5,200 communities and in 20 different countries. Unfortunately, yeah, give him a round of applause. That's pretty awesome. 20 different countries, not many organizations have that. Unfortunately though, Gordy passed away last August from heart failure and stomach cancer. Today we are relaying in his legacy to fight back against this very disease that took his life. Gordy was originally from right here in Stillwater, Minnesota. So give yourselves a round of applause for keeping Relay alive and well in Gordy's hometown. I can't wait to announce our final fundraising totals for this year's event, but you will have to wait to join us tomorrow during our closing ceremony at noon to find out just how great we did. All of the money raised goes into areas of research, education, advocacy, and support services to support our community and others nearby. One of those support services is the Hope Lodge. And this year we have decided to dedicate our event to this wonderful option for cancer patients. Facing cancer is hard, and traveling out of town for treatment can make it even worse. Yet the American Cancer Society has a place where cancer patients and their caregivers can find help and hope when home is far away. Currently, there are 31 Hope Lodge locations throughout the United States. The Richard M. Schultz Family Hope Lodge in Minneapolis opened in 2007 and offers free rooms to patients getting treatment in the Twin Cities. That's because of you guys. That's because of all the money that you guys have raised over the last 20 years. You've been making people's lives so much easier and getting them the treatment that they need. So I want all of you guys to give yourselves a round of applause. Our Stillwater Event Leadership Team has visited our local Hope Lodge a few times this summer, and we've prepared meals for the guests. We provided a Mexican fiesta and a soup and salad social for the patients. If anybody is interested in donating supplies to the Hope Lodge or visiting the Hope Lodge, please come find me throughout the event and I can get you the information that you need and possibly let you know when we are going in the future, because we are hoping to plan trips to the Hope Lodge throughout the whole year until our next relay event. So now I'd like to introduce our first guest speaker for this evening, Larry Samuelson. Larry is a survivor who is currently receiving treatment and has been staying at the Hope Lodge in Minneapolis. Larry is going to share his story with us and a little bit about his personal experience with staying at the Hope Lodge. Please give him a round of applause.
Well, thanks everybody for coming here and supporting the American Cancer Society and the Hope Lodge. I especially do appreciate it. I was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia in June of last year. I went through many rounds of treatment at the Altru Hospital in Grand Forks. Then I came to the University of Minnesota, and they took excellent care of me. We were introduced at that time to Hope Lodge. I had no idea what it was. My wife and I stayed there just about 6 months. Out of that 6 months, I spent 60 days in the hospital. The Hope Lodge is an amazing place. They're funded totally by donations. Richard M. Schultz donated $5 million to build the one in Minneapolis. He also donated $5 million to build the one in Rochester. Right now, he's donated another $5 million to build another lodge. I don't know where it's at, but he's in the process of paying for the third one. So, but they're 100% nonprofit, so it takes a lot of funding to keep them going. We stayed there. All we had to do was buy our food, clean our kitchen area, clean our room. It was spectacular. You did not have to worry about paying for hotel rooms, paying for parking. Parking is also free. You did not have to worry about going out and eating. You buy your groceries, cook your meals, clean your kitchen. They have 42 rooms and 6 kitchens. In addition to that, you're with other cancer patients and their caregivers. And so you meet a lot of people in the same situation or different. There's a lot of different kinds of cancer, and so people help each other. It helps keep you from being depressed when you're talking with other people. Helps in a lot of ways. Anyways, I was given, when I was diagnosed, I was given 5 months to live. So they decided that I could have a bone marrow transplant. So I went through 30 days in the hospital last July, 6 days in August, 6 days in September, and then I went back in October, had more chemo, the transplant, spent another 50 days in the hospital. The main thing I can say, without everybody's support, that cancer research would not be funded as well as it is. And if it wasn't for cancer research, not many years ago, there was not many survivors from bone marrow transplants. I have a friend of mine whose son died from leukemia 40 years ago. It's a very sad deal. And they gave him 90% chance of survival. But he died on his seventh birthday. So again, I appreciate everything everybody does. I want to thank you all and continue to fight. If you have relatives or friends, it's very important to have a caregiver if you're in the cancer treatment. Very important to have people support you. My wife was there every day the last 14 months. My daughters and son-in-laws were there a lot. Support makes a big difference. I would have never made it without them. In your faith is important. But that's really about all I have to say about that. And if anyone is fighting cancer, if you're alone, call a relative, call a friend, call somebody. I'm sure you get the support. Thank you.
So I would like to call Michelle Sieben up, and she is going to do the fight song for us.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion.
All right, I'm back. Thank you. All right, before we get this really started, I'd like to go over a few items. We do have raffle tickets available for purchase over by the information booth where you came in. The cost is $5 per raffle, and the grand prize this year is $1,000 cash. Who doesn't need $1,000 cash? Donated by the DJ Guns family in Stillwater Motors. You can purchase those tickets up until 8 o'clock tonight, and the winners are going to be announced at our closing ceremony tomorrow. Our silent auction, which is over there in that big white tent, is currently open, and they will be open until 9:30 tonight. There are fantastic baskets over there, so if you haven't been in, please take some time to walk through, make a bid, and let's raise more money for the teams that have donated those baskets, as well as for the total relay. Checks, cash, and credit cards are accepted in there. Our new Hope Field over there, big white one underneath the yellow goalpost, we'll have a ribbon cutting ceremony at 7 o'clock, so make sure you try out and watch the human foosball games. Remember, no spinning in this game. There are also many activities all during the night and theme laps going on, so make sure you check out the programs that you have, and your team captain has the programs for all of you. And there are lots of boards that are situated all over that have the different schedules of events. So this is an 18-hour relay, and there's 18 hours worth of activities. Finally, survivors and loved ones are invited to the survivor reception in the survivor tent after the survivor lab, which is over in the white tent over by the silent auction. This year's food is provided by Acapulco's restaurant, and the food will be available for the next hour. This is for anyone who is a cancer survivor, so all these people, and one of their caregivers. And this is all free of charge thanks to Acapulco Restaurant. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, let's get this celebration started. This is what it's all about. We are celebrating tonight. In a second, we're going to call the teams to the track so that we can begin our event with the survivor and the caregiver lab. Raise your hand if you were here last year doing the 2014 Relay for Life. Raise your hand. Okay, a lot of people. Okay, so last year it was new. This year we got it all under control because we know what we're doing. When I call your team, I want you to make your way back to the track unless you are a caregiver and your survivor is present today. So we're going to line the whole track with all the different teams. The first year I did this, 18 years ago, we didn't line the track, and as a survivor, it just felt empty walking around. And now it feels totally awesome to have everybody cheering on all of these survivors. When you get out on the track, spread yourself around and cheer the survivors as they walk around. If you are a caregiver, stay in the stands, okay? The survivors are gonna go here and the caregivers are going to stay in the stands, and then we'll tell you what you're gonna do. So, what we're going to do next is I am going to call the team names, and when I call your team name, you can give yourself a good yell and make yourselves out to the track. Now, after we're done with this, let me run through the whole thing. So we're going to do a survivor lap going this way, off to your right, and then the caregivers are going to be meeting down here, and they're going to go off to this way, to north. Okay, and they're going to meet over there. If you are a caregiver and your survivor is not here, and you see a survivor walking without someone, go up and ask them if you can walk with them. The whole idea is camaraderie, so we want to encourage contact between the caregivers and the survivors. What? I'm getting cues up there. Okay, so after they do that, after we do the survivor and the caregiver walk, then we want to have each team do the team pride walk. So each team, and the captains have been told about this, each team, after we're all done with that first walk, will get their banner or their sign and do one lap around the track. When you stop here, the DJ will announce which team it is, and then we're going to party. Does that make sense to people? Okay. We're not going to do question and answer, just follow somebody that knows what they're doing, all right? 13 new teams this year. This is absolutely awesome. One of the things I love about the Stillwater Relay for Life is we have got young people, we've got middle-aged, and we've got senior people here, and we're all blending in together to fight cancer. So Anu's Angels, you are the first team out on the track. Stand up, and there they go. The Baldwin Bunch, hit the road. The Chili Walkers. Remember, if you're a caregiver, you need to stay in the bleachers. Crazy for a Cure. Time for you to go out on the track. There they go. Got Hope to Nelson's team. There they go. The Hope team, Rick Myers' team. There they go. They're heading on their own. Hope's Heroes. Jake Strong. Where are you? There they are. Go out on the field. Way to go. Jete for a Cure. There they are. Jody's Joggers. Time for you to go out on the field. Chris's Crew. The Lake Elmo Curves. Lakeview and Stillwater Medical Group. Lou's Cruise. Making Strides. The Moonwalkers. Nick's Posse. The Purple Angels. Relay for a Cure. Sarah's Brainstorm. There they are. The Scogan Group. Stillwater Area High School. Stillwater Noon Rotary. Team Miracle Believers. The Birds, the Bees, and a Gnome. The Fighting French Team. The Hawks. The Lifesavers. The Mighty Mikes. The Walk-Ons. Together, Tawanda 2. Valley Ridge Mall. Vic's Vikings. They are a CAN team, which we will tell you more about. Walking All Ribbons. We'll Fight for Cupcakes. We will wait for them to get out.
And they don't know the name.
Yeah, but my green shirt. I lost mine, so I'm not wearing it.
Wherever you are standing on the track, if you can put the luminaries in an upright position, that would be great. What's the name?
Kevin, what's your name? Becca.
Wait, why are we walking again?
All night for the fight. Go! Now, if you're in the stand, event, you're here tonight to honor someone standing up in front wearing a purple shirt. Your survivors here because you care and you are providing them the care. The support, the tears, the phone calls, the trips to chemo, the hugs and the love you provide is everything these people in purple need. If you are a caregiver and your survivors on this track, please come to the track and line up behind Alex. Tim? Okay, Tim is over there in the green shirt and face the opposite direction of the survivors. I'm going to give this one. So if you are a survivor, which you all are, you will follow me over there. We're going to take a nice lap, gentle, nice slow lap. We're going to walk all the way around the track. Everybody gets a place.
Okay, if the teams that are around the track, if you could spread out so we don't have you grouped in one area, that would be great. Okay, yep. Out on the track.
Right over here. Lois, do you want to go or do you want to go?
One of the caregivers on it?
Okay, looks like we're ready. So Sue and Tim, if you want to start your walk.
Nice and slow. Let's go.
And we will read the name of the survivors.
Really?
Just wanted to make it for everyone so they can have a lot of fun. We have lots of theme labs, a lot of like PJ labs, ponies labs, zombie labs, glow stick labs, and then we had a lot of activities like tug of war, giant Jenga, yard games, coloring, limbo.
Okay, I think we're going to get started. It looks like pretty much everybody has gone to the stands. So everybody having fun. Come on, let's hear some noise. Okay, we're going to play a quick guessing game. How many luminaries do you think there are out there? No, that's wrong. Okay, let's get some more guesses. Come on. Okay, I'll tell you. I can't hear you anyway. There's 4,400 luminaries out on the track. Thank you, everyone who purchased a luminary. It's because of you that this track is lit up the way it is. So, who's been here before? So y'all know what we're going to do now, right? We're going to ask somebody, Dan, to what? Oh, that wasn't very good at all. Okay, Dan, this is just practice. Don't do it. Let's try that again. Now. Okay, you got to get in unison. So we'll do it on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that was really good. Now we're going to do it for real. Dan, this is for real. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Alex is going to give a little moment of silence here.
Good evening, and welcome to the Luminaria ceremony. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment of silence to honor the ones that we have lost to cancer this year, including the founder of Relay, Gordy Klatt. Thank you. The Luminaria ceremony is an opportunity for us to come together and remember why we're here at Relay. I'd like to ask that all of you please respect the meaning of this ceremony carries by remaining silent. This is a time for us to grieve for those we've lost. It's a time for us to reflect on how the disease has touched each of us personally. And it's a time for us to look inside ourselves with quiet reflection and find hope. Because no matter what our experience has been, we all share the hope that we will one day live in a world where our children and their children will never have to hear the words, "You have cancer." Our track is illuminated by Luminaria. Each one represents a treasured relationship. They represent people, and each has a name and a story to tell. They are our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, our brothers, our sons, our daughters, our friends, and our loved ones. As they glow through the night, they represent our shared vision for a cancer-free future. We love the people these Luminaria represent. We remember them, celebrate them, and fight back against this disease for them. And for those reasons, we light up the sky so that the ones that we have lost know that we will have not forgotten them. And we will continue their fight in the battle against cancer for them. If you are here as a survivor, we celebrate you and ask you to please stand and light your glow sticks now. If you have lost a parent to cancer, please stand and light your glow stick. If you have lost a brother or sister to cancer, please stand and light your glow stick. If you have lost your son or daughter to cancer, please stand and light your glow stick. If you have lost a grandparent to cancer, please stand and light your glow stick. If you have lost an aunt or uncle to cancer, please stand and light your glow stick. If you have lost a cousin to cancer, please stand and light your glow stick. If you have lost a friend to cancer, please stand and light your glow stick. If someone you love has lost their battle to cancer, please stand and light your glow stick. If you or someone you love is currently fighting their battle to cancer, please stand and light your glow stick. And if you are here to fight back against cancer, please stand and light your glow stick. Now look around you at everyone in the stands. The glow sticks show that the battle against cancer has touched so many lives. Together we honor and remember those for whom we have lost our... The glow sticks show that the battle against cancer has touched so many lives. Tonight we honor and remember those for whom we light our glow stick, and use this to remember the light of their memories, strength, determination, hope, and their optimism. You may be seated again. Look at all these bags represent our survivors, loved ones, and caregivers. It just shows how many treasured relationships are out and how many people hope that a cure will be found. For them, we cannot and will not forget them, and we will continue to use those memories to fight back against cancer. Now, this part of the ceremony is going to be a little difficult for me and for many here tonight. This year has given us even more of a reason to relay, to celebrate the 11 years we were blessed with Jake's soul, to remember the ways he taught us to live fuller lives and to fight back so others don't have to take the same path we did. Jacob Martell has been a part of our Relay for Life Stillwater family for the past 11 years. And in a moment, I will invite up some of his dear friends, Haley and Alyssa, who will be sharing some of the memories of Jake. Jake was a role model that I looked up to in my life. His passion and dedication inspired me to want to do more for this fight against cancer. He is the reason that I stepped up to join the Relay for Life of Stillwater leadership community, and he is the reason that I'm standing here in front of you tonight. One of the things that always amazed me about Jake was his smile. Whenever I saw him at the relay event or during a meeting or even at school, Jake always seemed to somehow keep a positive attitude, and that is something I now strive to do each and every day, thanks to him. When you die, it does not mean that you lose to cancer. You beat cancer by how you live, why you live, and the manner in which you live. So I encourage all of you not to live strong, but instead live Jake strong. I'd now like to introduce Haley and Alyssa.
My name is Haley Sitz, and I've been participating in Relay for Life for over 8 years now.
My name is Alyssa Manor, and I've been participating in the Relay for Life for over 8 years as well. Jake Martell was one of our best friends.
Winnie the Pooh once said, "If there ever comes a day when we can't be together, keep me in your heart and I'll stay there forever." And so with that, here we are, continuing on with life many days and weeks and months after Jake has passed away. It's a bizarre feeling, humming through life, doing each day as you had expected, but all the while feeling this weight on your heart that every so often is successful in convincing you you'll never be able to breathe again. The air catches in your throat, and the tears well up in your eyes, and out of nowhere, it's like you've received the devastating news that they're gone all over again.
Many of you, if not most of you, knew Jake. He was a well-known face around this place, both at the Relay for Life and at Stillwater Area High School. The 2009-2010 school year homecoming king, an all-star basketball manager, and the elite athletic department assistant. Jake was everyone's favorite person wherever he went. After graduating, Jake only continued to increase his fan base as a dedicated UW-Eau Claire student, lover of sports, and all-around good guy. Haley, Parker, Jake, and I spent countless hours together.
The opening portion of the Live Strong Manifesto reads, "We believe in life, your life. We believe in living every minute of it and with every ounce of your being, and that you must not let cancer take control of it. We believe in energy, channeled and fierce. We believe in focus, getting smart, and living strong. Unity is strength, knowledge is power, attitude is everything. This is Live Strong. The idea that every moment of our lives should be spent intentionally and with the strength we've been given is how Jake lived his life every day. The Live Strong team has walked around the Relay for Life track for many years, and this year we walk in memory of Jake and go by the name Jake Strong. The yellow bands around our wrists serve as a constant reminder to fight back against cancer.
Anyone who knew Jake knew he loved Live Strong. Anyone who knew Jake really well knew what it was to be Jake Strong. When trying to come up with the words to describe what Jake Strong really means, all the descriptions fall short. Jake Strong is a feeling. It was the feeling you got when Jake walked into a room, the feeling you got when you watched Jake live his life each day, the way he made you feel like your time with him was the only time that really mattered, and the rest of the world was put on pause indefinitely. The way his attitude always seemed to leave you feeling better, the way he made it known that he was going to give his fight against cancer everything he had, and then some. Whenever you left an encounter with Jake, you felt Jake Strong. When we were in high school, there were 9 of us that hung out almost every weekend together, especially our senior year. We spent a lot of Fridays and Saturdays pulling harmless pranks on people that we went to school with. We'll leave these pranks unnamed. For those of you in the audience tonight who may have been victims of our attacks, sorry. After doing this a few times, we decided it would be a good idea to come up with a group name. We settled on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, TMNT, for reasons we truly cannot remember. Freshman year of college, Jake was getting treatment in Maryland, so he did a lot of traveling on a plane. Fall semester was coming to a close, and Jake was flying home from treatment out east. 5 of us decided to go to the store and buy TMNT Snuggies when we really should have been studying for finals. And then drove to the airport with the Snuggies on and one in hand for him to join us. The looks we got while waiting for him were anything but normal, but we just laughed and eagerly waited for Jake to arrive. When we first got a glimpse of Jake, he looked a bit tired and worn out. As soon as he looked up and saw us running at him, cheering loudly in our bright green turtle Snuggies, he beamed his Jake smile, and in that moment, we were all Jake Strong. Our senior year prom was everything it was supposed to be, an absolute blast with our best friends at the end of our high school career. Jake was my date, and we both sported Live Strong bracelets with our formal attire for the occasion. We got a limo, and it picked up our group at my house and took us to a massive arcade for games and mini golf before the dance downtown. On our way to the game zone, we turned up the music and sang and danced in the back of the limo. Jake busted out some pretty great moves, a lot of shoulder shaking and serious face making, and our stomachs hurt from laughing so hard. Jake Strong wasn't only a feeling that was evident in the serious or cancer-related times. His overpowering positive attitude was apparent in the light and easy times too. His upbeat and Jake Strong outlook is clear in my mind in every memory shared with him. One of the many things I enjoyed about Jake was the calmness he brought to every situation. One afternoon, a few summers ago, I was going through a challenging time after my mom passed away from cancer. Jake was also going through a rough patch and had just recently gotten out of the hospital. I was having a difficult time trying to understand how such horrible things could happen to such good people. We were lying in the grass, staring up at the clouds, while I ranted that all the best people suffer and how it wasn't fair. After I finished my childish tantrum that I couldn't help but throw in my state of confusion and anger, Jake sat still for a minute, letting me take a few deep breaths. He then assured me that everything does happen for a reason. He gave me a lot of insightful advice that so easily rolled off his tongue, and I was at a loss for words. I paused. I was the one complaining, and he was the one who had just gotten out of the hospital a couple weeks prior. It was then that I realized it wasn't the words he was saying to me, but instead the attitude he had while saying them. Even in his darkest times, He was always looking for the positives and doing what he could to share those with others. In that moment, he reminded me of all the good things I had going on in life, and once again, left me feeling Jake strong. Summertime was by far Jake's favorite time of year. We always played volleyball, bags, kickball, and our favorite game, tennis. We would spend hours on the court, and many of our summer nights would go until the tennis court lights would shut off and we were forced to go home. Our group of friends was extremely competitive and took both losing and winning very seriously. One day, we were playing doubles in tennis, and we were 2 points away from winning the match, so both sides were pretty tense. After scoring 1 point, Jake thought our team had just won the game. He ripped off his shirt and took a premature victory lap around the entire court. It was a bit difficult to break the news to him that he didn't yet own that winning title, but his overwhelming excitement had us all laughing hysterically. In that time of pure bliss, we were all Jake strong.
In late spring of this year, Alyssa, Parker, and I spent every Tuesday at the Martell household. We would eat dinner together and then watch movies, play games, or just lie around and talk. Jake was pretty sick, with little energy during most of our visits and barely any desire to eat. In order to get him more strength and nutrition, the doctors prescribed him some medication to increase his appetite. To leave this kid friendly, the pills contained a substance known to give people the munchies. We sat in the living room and started looking up the side effects, giggling at all of the wild possibilities he could be experiencing in a matter of minutes. Eventually, the Doritos were busted out, and we all got some pretty hysterical Snapchats from Jake later in the evening. His ability to look at his treatment and make it one of the funniest memories I have with him was a shining example of how he lived Jake strong. Losing a best friend is the most surreal experience. Many of you here tonight have lost someone to cancer, and you can understand just how hard it is to formulate the emotions you feel during that time into words. You ride the roller coaster they say you will. Immediate shock, then sadness, then anger, and then more sadness and more sadness and more sadness. I'm not sure what I expected the process to be like when Jake passed, but I think I hoped the pain would lessen over time. It hasn't. I still feel the sting of life without him on a daily basis. I am constantly reminded of him, and I don't think that will ever change, and to be honest, I don't really want it to. Though the hurt can be overwhelming, it's almost like he's here when I drive past the tennis courts, or hear the TMNT theme song, or I'm greeted by someone with an, "Oh hey," just like Jake would. It's surreal because one moment they're here, and the next they're not. It's that unexpected, no matter how expected it is.
While we have the opportunity, Haley and I would like to take a moment to thank Larry, Gail, and Rachel. We speak on behalf of Parker, and I'm sure many of Jake's other friends, when we say you three have been a rock for all of us. Jake adored each of you and spoke highly of you on a daily basis. It was clear how deeply he loved you and how cared for he felt by each of you. Haley, Parker, and I are so thankful to have you three in our lives. You opened your arms and let us be a part of your family. You shared your precious time with Jake, with us, and loved us like we were one of your own. I cannot tell you how much that meant.
Rachel, your calming presence in both the easy days and the hard ones never once went unnoticed. Your ability to bring comfort in the most difficult moments is something that few can do, and we are so grateful for that. Your competitiveness and quick wit keeps us laughing even when things aren't easy.
Gail, thank you for letting us yell loudly in your living room during game nights, never turning down a chance to join in the fun, for letting us find solace in your kitchen, and for crying with us in your doorway when we needed comfort. Your immeasurable love has reached far beyond the walls of your home and continues to bring us peace.
Larry, thank you for loving Jake so hard he couldn't do anything but admire you endlessly. He cherished your advice and sports enthusiasm, and it was clear just how much he looked up to you. Thank you for opening your home to us and making us feel like we were right where we belonged. Thank you for whispering, "Love you," every time you hug us. Because of you three, we found comfort in the most difficult of times and have had a sense of peace even when our hearts are breaking. We will forever cherish Tuesdays.
We want so desperately to represent Jake and the idea of Jake Strong in a way that clearly defines the person he was and the way he lived his life. We know that none of our words or stories or Winnie the Pooh quotes will suffice in perfectly encompassing Jake's personality, but our hope is that you dance when the music is playing, lay in the grass when the sun is shining, celebrate life's joys with your own TMNT group, and take a victory lap, even if you haven't won yet. We hope we can walk around the track together tonight as one big Relay for Life family, feeling Jake Strong.
Those of us here today are very mindful of the triumphs and tragedies presented on the Luminaria bags, the stories we have heard, the glow sticks that sit in your hands. We should never forget that while we are enjoying our daily pleasures in company of friends and family, there are others who have endured and are presently enduring the misery, depression, and discomfort of the diagnosis and treatment of cancer. I would like to call your attention to the small table that sits to the left of me and to your right. It occupies a piece of dignity and honor. It is set for one, symbolizing the fact that some of our loved ones are missing from this gathering. They have been diagnosed with cancer, and there are some of the names and faces behind the luminaries. The chair is empty. Many of those who fought the battle with cancer are no longer with us. But rather than mourning their loss, we choose to celebrate their life. Those people who are unable to be with their loved ones and family now, so let us join together and recognize and honor them, and to bear witness to their struggle and their memory. The table is small, symbolizing that of a single patient, sometimes alone in the fight against his or her disease. The tablecloth is white, symbolic of the medical profession, doctors, nurses, researchers who help to fight the battle for life. The single rose in the vase signifies their enduring love of their family and friends, the strength of the patient's will to fight the disease, and ultimately claim many of them. The pink ribbon on the vase represents the ribbons worn on the lapels of many who support the continued search for a cure, not only for the breast cancer, but for the other cancers as well. Cancers that are expected to kill over 500,000 people in the United States this year. A slice of lemon on the plate reminds us of the bitter battle against a deadly disease, a battle fought by more than 1.3 million new patients each year. The salt sprinkled on the plate reminds us of the countless tears of personal anguish shed by the patient and those shed by the family members and friends of those who have lost a loved one. The glass is inverted in memory of those people who are not here to join in our celebration of successes. But the candle represents the light of hope that lives in the hearts of all of us. Hope represented by cancer survivors and hope for a cure discovered as a result of detailed work of medical professionals made available through the funds generated through events such as Relay for Life. On the table, you will find markers that you will use to write on the cloth the name of the person you want to honor, or write a message of love to them. You may visit the table anytime during the remainder of the relay.
We ask that you take a few moments in the stillness and quiet of the night to walk around and view the luminaries with the remembering from personal experience a friend, family member, colleague who is not with us tonight. At this time, we invite you to take the track. Please remain silent as you walk and remember those who are lighting up our evening tonight. And as you walk by the empty table, remember all that it represents. You are also invited to take the glow stick that you have been given and place it in front of a bag for the person who you are doing the relay.
apparently we weren't smart enough and we threw it away. So bear with me. And I'm trying to remember, and I have short-term memory. So 18 hours ago, we started walking around the track. And thanks to all of you, I'm not sure, we've got numbers that are going to be shown to us here in a couple of minutes. But once again, it was a great year. You know, we had to shut down an hour earlier than we planned. Yes. But, you know, we can't control the weather. I have no idea what I'm supposed to say. So we've got a guy coming behind us here with some numbers. So we will let him.
You guys want to know how much we raised?
Yeah!
Now I hope they came over here in the right way. Try to hold them right side up. No way more than that. All right, let's do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go! Let's see.
Because why? You can still collect money. So we have a whole the rest of the month. You can continue to collect money, and please do.
You can turn it in at our wrap-up meeting, which will be on August 25th at 6 p.m. at the Casey Hall. We'll be having a potluck. And so you can bring some food and talk about the fun time when we were in the rain at the relay.
Things that you thought were good, things that we could improve on. Every year we know we can improve on things.
So we'd love to hear some feedback from you. So if you come to the wrap-up meeting, you can let us know there. But if you can't make it, please send us an email or get in touch with us somehow to let us know if you have any ideas or suggestions for the future. Because we want to make this experience awesome for you guys, and we want it to be special for each and every one of you. So
now, keeping that in mind, we're probably going to be asking some of you to help out next year, because we're always looking for members for the leadership team and the committees. So don't be surprised, you guys, a great group of people here.
We've been scouting all day. If you were helping me tonight, we're going to send you a letter.
So we will be contacting you.
Okay, good. All right. And this year we had quite a few teams that had some themes at their campsite. And this year we're unveiling a Traveling Spirit Award that each team, whoever wins it, gets to add their own piece to it. Whatever they want, they get to add to the award. And each year they'll continue to grow and grow and grow until we have a ridiculously crazy award. And does anybody want to guess who the winner is?
Baldwin. Oh, yeah. Now keep in mind, we had to flip a coin. Yeah.
It was
so
30
because there was
Big
another
Spike
one, Big Spikes.
Next year. You guys get to add something that you want to it, and then bring it back on the August 25th wrap-up meeting, and you can unveil what you've chosen.
There it is. All right. Now, Cancer Action Network. We're how many short? Anybody?
15.
15. We need 15 more.
I think there's 15 of you guys in there. If we get 15 more members, we will have 100 CAN members. That is crazy ridiculous because all the other places around have nowhere near that. We want to just blow everyone else out.
Tell what it is. Cancer Action Network is the government end of the American Cancer Society. They're the ones that we go to Congress, we go to the Senate, we go to our representatives. We ask for money. We ask them to continue funding. We passed the tanning, where anybody under the age of 18, it is illegal for them to tan in Minnesota. They're the ones that got the cigarette tax pushed. They were fighting for quality of life and palliative care right now. So for $10, you get a Lights of Hope bag, which will be, I'll get one out here, which will be in Washington, D.C. You can take it with you today. You can put whoever you want on here. These will be on display in Washington, D.C. the end of September. So it's $10. I have forms here.
Come on, raise hands. Who wants to do this?
$10.
$10.
2 cups of coffee.
Next week.
Right.
You want me here?
That's all right.
You can still take one.
Yep, you can take one. Here, do you want to?
You guys have $10? I have a 20.
I'll give you this. That's fine. And I will give you a bag. I'll let you fill that out. And we will also have these. I'll bring one over to you. We will also have the forms at the wrap-up meeting. Here you go. All right, how many more do you need?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Did you get Grandma and Grandpa? Because I need the forms for Grandma and Grandpa. You'll have to wait. How many did you need, Alex?
We have 15, so we need 10 more.
8? Okay, we will get a form for you. Oh, I have to sign. Oh, okay. I'll do it.
Yeah, we've got one here.
Okay. So as soon as we get open boards, we'll bring them over for you.
All right, so we'll keep that going. You guys can keep filling it out, pass it around, try to get your neighbor to convince them a little bit, get some peer pressure going.
That being said, what else are we doing at this time? Anybody at all?
Raffle.
Thank
Those are all just going to
you.
me, right? Right?
Yeah.
Money,
And maybe,
the prize,
just maybe,
paintings, mine.
some of you are all win.
All right. You guys ready?
So, are we ready? Yes, we are.
Tell
Sarah,
when you drew.
wait, before we do this, I want to thank Sarah. Sarah Paul. And she really wanted to be at ours.
I did, it's true. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sarah Paul. I'm the American Cancer Society staff partner. I apologize if I wasn't able to make it around the track and say hi. Like Lois said, I actually had 2 other events in addition to this one this weekend, so I was hopping all over the metro. But anyway, we're all here. We are all fighting back against cancer no matter where we are. And you guys are truly an inspiring group, so thank you for all that you do. In my hand, I have some raffle winners. Alex, do you want to read the names?
And when were they drawn?
They were drawn last night, 10 p.m. We stopped selling at 8 o'clock. I will get the grand total for what we raised on raffle, but it was over $4,000, which is phenomenal. So, good job. Four prizes for those of you who need a refresher. iPad mini. A painting by artist Tom Schmidt.
Yep.
$500 and $1,000.
All right, cool. Let's get a drum roll for the iPad mini.
And I will bring, I don't know, we're going to say it right now.
Katie Stewart.
Good luck.
Garvey.
Oh,
thank you. Present.
What was it?
Katie Stewart Garvey.
It's Anita Garvey's something.
Anybody here?
You don't have to be present to it.
Painting.
We're going to do the painting.
Do you want a model? Yeah, we'll leave it in there.
It won't melt. It won't melt.
Mark Palmer.
Mark Palmer?
No?
Yay!
Okay. That's very hard.
I don't know.
Now drum roll for the $500.
Rick Keller.
Oh.
Rick. He was just here.
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
Redrop.
And the last one is Lois for book.
Finally, $1,000.
Ron Hosek.
Oh, you got it. There's another Ron. Rodney. Don't you this close. $1,000.
Congratulations to all of our rap winners.
He sold the ticket. The winning ticket.
So that being said, no. Sorry. Anybody? No. We thank you. If you got a, see me, if you got the, can. And thank you. We will see everybody on the 25th. Next year's will be the same weekend.
It'll be the 13th,
13th and
12th and 13th.
Oh, of next year. Yep,
At the other location.
And we
have no idea where
high.
The other location.
We'll be moving to the junior high next year because this track will be under construction. So we will have a throwback relay in the 80s and 90s fashion.
We don't know yet. It will be ready. And we're looking. We're
having a great year. Thank you all for coming.
This weekend.